What's the address? For a metal roof. Okay. Sure. Four guys, okay? Together, okay?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Espy from the Village of Biscayne Park Building Department. We ask that if you do not have a mask, can you please put on your mask, please? We're about to start for today's January 24th Planning and Zoning meeting. If you have any questions after your item has been discussed, you can pull me to the side and ask what are the next steps. When your address is called, you step up to the mic, to the podium and speak to the mic, sorry. Thank you.
You guys ready? Ready to start? Let's go ahead and get going. Speak. You're good? No, I'll just wait for you to come back. So you're ready. All right. Good evening, everyone. This is the Village of Biscayne Park Planning and Zoning Board meeting for Monday, January 24th, 2022. It is now 6:30. Do the roll call. Manny Espinoza. Edward Leyva.
Present.
Okay. SB is here for the building, and I am Gage Hartung. Right. Let's go to the residents that are here so we can send them. First would be Old Business A, Palawa, 675 Northeast 118th Street, metal roof. So you can go up there if you like. Okay, so the metal roof code stipulates for a roof of that pitch needs an 18-inch overhang all the way around and a 6-inch fascia.
Which it doesn't have.
It does not have. It doesn't appear to have the entire 18 inches on all sides.
There's actually no part of it that has an 18 inch.
Okay, so
And, that I measured was 16, and it varies throughout. It's a smorgasbord. If you have a look at the pictures, you'll see it's a sort of a smorgasbord of.
yeah, I can see.
One of which is a sort of a beveled stucco. It's not a situation I'm familiar with. I believe it's unique to Biscayne Park. So I'm just wondering, I'm the contractor, so I'm wondering how you would have us. The owner does want to do a metal roof.
Okay.
So how do we proceed? I'm here throwing myself under the bus. What it is that you would like, basically.
Okay, so our code for metal roof says for a house of this, with this pitch, you must have an 18-inch metal roof and a 6-inch fascia all the way around. So in order for this house to get a metal roof, it would have to, you'd have to extend the overhangs and create a 6-inch fascia.
Okay.
That's the
Basically create a soffit.
basically, yes, create a soffit all the way around the house. So you'd have a continuous 18 inches and like I said, the 16-inch fascia, 6-inch fascia. Either that or they can choose a different roofing material. But for metal roofs, the code is really clear on that. And that's what our code requires.
Yes, I was entirely unaware of that. Okay, and that's, I can submit the permit and do that?
Yeah, you'd have to, do a building permit and, with all the necessary engineering, whatever it is that you required for extending the fascia, the overhangs. And that would come back and before us and, we would look at that as a building permit for the.
It's a major operation.
Yeah, so I mean, you would have to, I mean, it looks like you're close on a certain area, so you might be able to, you know, it wouldn't be so.
Well, those would be okay. I'm just thinking you have you have those sort of beveled stucco finishes on quite a few. I'd say about 50%.
Of the,
You'd have to lose that in order to get, to extend the trusses.
yes,
I mean, if that's okay. I mean, it's an older house and no issues with extending that.
no, I mean, I don't,
Thing that's not like something that you.
are you saying that's an architectural detail that you want to salvage? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm, sometimes people, municipalities are sensitive about, I mean, Coral Gables, many things that you can and cannot do,
Yeah.
just to remain in keeping with, the way that they were built. I'm not sure if the same sort of rules apply here.
No, I mean, we don't really have a historical,
So we could get rid of that beveled.
yes, you could.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'll bring it to the, otherwise, the only option would be to go back with the shingles or,
So in order to do it, to actually, you're supposed to, you're not allowed to replace shingles with shingles unless you get an engineer's letter saying that the roof cannot support a tile or metal roof. So because of the overhangs, you're not able to put a metal roof on it in its current condition. So you would convert it back to
Either go
tile roof.
you could either go tile unless the current structure would not support the weight of the tile.
Yes, and you have a
Allows to go back with shingles.
yes, you'd have to get a certified engineer's letter stating that upon inspection, it cannot support a tile roof.
But just to be clear, definitely we need to have a general contractor get involved, the architect draw up plans and all that kind of thing.
Yes,
Probably
Yeah.
a major operator.
Yeah.
Okay.
in order to add, the extended the overhangs. Ed and Manny, any comment? Have I covered all right?
No, you did. I mean, as far as what all would be involved, that's really the building department's decision. For us, if you presented a drawing that simply indicated 18-inch overhang be provided, that's satisfactory for the planning and zoning perspective, right? Then when you pass this stage, when it goes to the building department and the building reviewer, the building official reviews it, yes, then they may expect more detailed structural or architectural drawings, but that's really up to them to decide what they need to see.
Is there a way that I could contact them and talk to them about that?
Yeah, no.
Send to the owner,
Sure.
what he might potentially be looking at.
Yeah, no, of course.
So you can email the building official. I don't know what her email is. Is it building?
Yeah, building building official, or you can email me.
I'll drop in and see you.
Right. Mhm. She comes in on Friday, so if you want,
On Friday?
on Friday morning, 9 to 1.
Okay.
So for now, we'll table or
Well, I think we should vote on it
Yeah.
actually, because it's being presented to
table
us. They-
previously, yeah. So, unfortunately, we'll vote to deny the application.
Can I get a motion?
On this, so a motion to deny?
Okay, Ed and Manny, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Reason?
No overhangs and no 6-inch fascia. Does not meet those two requirements. Great, thank you, sir. Thanks for coming in. All right, next will be old business B, Livingston, 11440 Northeast 10th Avenue for windows. Okay, so I think this was tabled last time because there was some confusion on your schedule and your product approval. Was that explained to you?
The wording, from what I understand from the young lady that told me, she had called me about that.
I'm sorry, one more time.
Wording.
The wording? Okay, because you have,
I wrote down rolling window instead of sliding windows. To me,
Yeah,
So-
I don't think that was it. If I recall correctly, in the package that we received, the schedule called for horizontal rollers, which is fine, or sliders, is fine. But the details in the NOA were only for a single hung type window,
I think it was the other way, Ed.
or vice versa. Either way, you had a description. Single hung is very different than slider or horizontal roller. I think the schedule may have called for single hung and then you had a detail for a roller.
What I did, I went with the example, because I was told to use the example as a note, and I miswrote it. It was my mistake.
Okay,
Okay, so we now have the application, the schedule is for horizontal sliders. And the product approvals that are here are for
Same.
horizontal sliders. And it is clear glass with a bronze frame. And they are doing all of the windows on the front facade. Have a motion, please.
just one more.
Sure, one more question.
Probably again, not germane to us because we care about what's facing the street. But on the side, you have a 20 by 24 window. I don't think that's gonna be a horizontal roller, window 8. So that's gonna be a different type, but again, for us, it's not relevant if it's on the side of the house.
Okay,
So I just wanna, 37 by 50, 76. Okay, so yeah, assuming all the front are actually horizontal rollers, then I would second Manny's motion.
okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, motion carries. Okay, it's good. Thank you for,
Thank you, gentlemen.
hello.
May I?
Sure, yes, sir.
What's going on with the drainage?
Sorry.
Is anything going on with the drainage? Is anything gonna be done about the drainage?
I don't, I know that they're working on drainage throughout the park, like in phases, but I don't believe on 10th and that 114th, I haven't heard anything and I live right down the street from you, so I don't know. I know you have a really bad flooding issue,
Yes.
so, but that's something that I would suggest you connect with the village manager and also your
Happy
commissioners.
happy
so.
for it. And basically, oh, give it time, it'll drain.
Yeah,
But what it does, it softens the ground, and when I park my vehicle, it cracks my driveway.
yeah,
And it happens all the time, so.
yeah.
Can I
um,
repair that?
But I don't, we're the zoning board, so we're not involved in that, but that's what I would suggest is go through the political side and speak to them, so. Thank you, sir. You too. Somebody came in, you just go with us. We'll finish off the other folks that were here, and then I'll come back to you. All right, next will be Building C on Nice, 11149 Northeast 8th Avenue for an addition. This is the first time we've seen this?
Yes,
Are you the homeowner?
yes.
Or the architect, homeowner? Okay.
Yeah, we have it in the Dropbox. That's why I'm saying it'll come up later at the
Yeah, so. Yes, that type of window does count. So your neighbor to this side, the stairwell window. Their way you make it a higher. As long as it's a high and rectangular. You know, not- Conversely, right? You don't want anyone seeing it, so. Clearly. Something here on that facade. A lot of solid. Six. It falls. It's kind of. Also, 35. Horizontal roll. Finally, you come in for your week. This is the first. This is the first. No, I get it.
We just want more than that.
We. Yeah, just not for right now. It's kind of like.
It's like drawing. So then I can, yeah, I just set this up on the. So again, directly above the bed. Higher than I guess the outline. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and that's more. Not directly over here. So, house already, but, that's an option. I don't want to tell you guys, what great you guys have at home, but it would also express the concern of. Next time, you actually come back. I just have a concern. Yeah, here, you can put it whatever. So. Here. 35 feet away. Here you're 10 feet. This would be. But what I'm uncomfortable with is. So you're.
I know,
like, winging it and probably why you're uncomfortable fitting, so, but the whole idea is we want her. To be able to continue,
I mean,
no, we don't
it's
want to
like
hold up your whole.
Yeah.
Additional.
Structural, see the window.
Right. Yes, I mean, they're gonna say, there's a window.
I'm talking about like the actual structural.
It wouldn't affect the structure, you probably have to add like. I don't know, back to your.
Well, the window, the window. The actual design. That
Your
part matters.
structural plan. Here.
Windows.
Respect that, but.
No, honestly, the best way for us.
Okay, so I would have to decide on.
Where you want.
Yeah.
We should follow.
Well, they're gonna have to.
Next.
Well-
Generic build cell.
Tomorrow. And view.
Well, it could be that for us to vote and approve, we want to see that.
I understand,
I
but
really
2
wanted-
weeks,
I mean, obviously,
hold them, feet to the fire for that 2 weeks. Fine.
2 months.
So, I think everything else looks good to us. So we just want confirmation that,
Like, in the size of it.
yeah, and I mean,
Yeah, we're drawing fire drawing.
Stuff we have to do.
that goes to electrical, plumbing, here.
We're just reviewing the. Building up. Then they issue a permit.
We're like,
And
Problem is
then
you
later I
can't go
wanted
to-
to add.
the problem is you can't go to them without our. Grant.
Oh,
So the whole thing
okay,
is,
for the- for-
we
for-
wanna give you the approval, while we're trying to maybe can right away.
Yeah.
And it's gonna create issues and go to the next,
Go to them
or
and-
structural, looking at drawings. Yeah, at least you know come out next time. Provisions happen. And you can, don't start doing something and not like how.
good night, see you in 2 weeks. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Right?
Ma'am, I'm sorry, the deadline to submit those elevation plans is next 4 p.m.
All right. Next will be building, I'm sorry. OH, I'm sorry. Borges, 12020 Northeast 111th Court, and that's for fence.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
That's H.
So this is actually, you're just doing it
H, yeah, G.
across the back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I know they are just a big concern, just 6 feet. That's what I'm gonna have to
So,
stick it to. And that's it.
so it's a wood fence at the back property line only.
6 foot high wood fence, and it's.
One thing that can I, instead of pole, wood, can I have a metal pole?
Metal fences are allowed, yes, but the only problem again is we're reviewing here wood, but the chairman is willing to,
Yeah, only the pole, that's it.
So it's a,
we're cladding it, yeah. Actually,
you want a wood fence with metal poles.
Correct. Yeah, it's more durable.
Okay. Can I get a motion, please?
motion to approve?
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, motion carries.
Okay.
All right, you're good.
Out of the topic, I have a very nice neighbors, but across the street, my neighbors, they have a very strong light pointing to my house at night. And I know it's some by code, but the code is some kind of distance that they are allowed to. And it's something that I can, I like to talk to them first, obviously, but if they say no, it's something that I can bring here to the city,
I don't know how that,
because
well, we're not, it wouldn't be us, it would be code enforcement. And I don't know what, I mean, that's something that we'd hope would be worked out amicably between neighbors, like, hey, your light's shining in my yard. But I don't know if there's a code per se.
it is, I do low voltage for living, and in Key Biscayne, they always are complaining for that, and they had to shut it down.
In Key Biscayne, but the village of Key Biscayne, do they have an actual ordinance for that?
No, they just put a complaint in the city, and they had to turn them off.
Okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've never heard this, I mean, I've heard of this issue, but I've never heard of our village having the control over that.
Yeah, I'll talk to my.
But it would be, I would talk to code enforcement about that.
But anyway, I'm gonna talk to my neighbors first. They are very nice, so I'm gonna be kind.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck.
Well, no, you gotta get the permit from SB and she'll,
Yes, it will go to our building official. She comes in on Friday, between 9 AM and 1 PM. After she approves, then it takes an additional 1 to 2 business days to be invoiced. So by next week, we should call you for payment and pick up for the permit. You're welcome.
all right, thank you. All right, sir, good evening. What item you here for?
119th Street. The lot
split.
separation,
119th Street, right?
119, yeah, and
Yeah, it's on the agenda, it says 117, it's 119, so.
Yeah.
All right, so this is discussion A, 500 Northeast 119th Street for lot split.
correct.
Do we have paperwork, please?
Yes.
So just a very brief introduction, but first, super happy to be part of the community of the village. And well, this has been there for a long, long time, going back and forth. Finally, we closed on the property on September. And as you can see there, we acquired the property of the house in the lot 7 and the lot to the west, the lot number 8. Today, there's an encroachment of part of the house in lot 8. So the idea is to replat the lots, bringing 2 compliant lots with a footage, frontage, and all setback required. As we are planning, I don't know if that will happen, but we are remodeling the house to move in. And we are planning at some time to build that new house on that lot 8 for us to live on. So that's the situation. We've been talking since months ago with the surveyors to see what the process was. Finally, we got the response from SP that we needed to come to the P&Z meeting first in order to get your approval. And with that, if everyone is on agreement, just go to the county and start the process for replatting the lots and building 2 legal conforming lots,
Okay.
abiding to the codes of the village.
Okay, so. So you want to separate the 2 lots, both will be 14, that one will be 14.4 and the other one will be 10,000 square feet.
Correct.
Which
Yeah,
are-
that's give or take probably a couple of feet more or less, but that's the big number. And when I mean probably it's 98, 90 and 14.5, but it's around those 2, way above the requirement of 1,800, I think it's 8,500, the minimum square footage for each lot. So
So it looks like in your letter here, it's, which we need actually an application. This is a letter. The first lot, lot 7, you're gonna do a 94.67 foot frontage.
correct. And again, give or take a couple of
Do you have that drawn? And do you know, have that drawn with, in conjunction with where that lot line, that 90, because it doesn't look like this drawing here is a scale drawing.
yeah, it is.
Because it says 7.75 feet frontage, +75 feet frontage. So what exactly? So then, okay, so if lot A or lot 7, I'm sorry, lot 7 is for 94.67, where does that lot line fall in conjunction with the house? And where does how does the house encroach on it?
10 feet west of the construction where it sits today. Do you want me to show you?
So what we're looking for is making sure that when the lots are subdivided, that the house existing has a 10-foot setback to the new property line.
Exactly.
I'm not seeing a drawing that actually shows where that confirmed setback is at.
Well, it's not a drawing with a confirmed setback, but that red line there on page number 3 is 10 feet away from the structure of the existing house.
And is there a dimension line here that I'm not seeing that says 10
It
feet?
is, I can bring you the CAD. My wife has it, I don't.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but we're looking for an actual document, a legal document, not just a red lined
No,
thing that shows dimension drawings. I mean, is any part of the house being demolished? So the existing house is remaining as is.
the way it is.
Okay,
As you can see, let me check. And of course, you will have it. However, we would like to have your feedback. We send everything to the surveyors. They draw whatever they need to draw. We get the approval from the village in order to go to the county, but for sure, to go there, we need to have that document done. If you can check on this line, on this survey here, this is the survey.
okay. Mhm.
Within the county, but that was the feedback that we got from SP and
Okay, so, is that a planter or something that's on the side of that house?
a planter. No, it's a
Plastic shed.
No, but I mean that rectangular dotted line that's shaded in on the drawing.
Gage, you have there's another survey further on that's clear and I don't know if it's in what you have.
Oh, so that's an in-ground pathway. That's not an actual structure.
The structure is the one that is for their. It's green.
Mhm.
Right, that's a.
Chain link fence.
That's 10 feet away, so the line. Very close to where the green line is.
Okay.
So we are not hearing it.
setback and draw the line there, giving us the new lot in the, I think it's 90 or 99, 80 square feet and the frontage that's stated out there.
Okay. So,
Quick question, in your request to subdivide a lot, you're not simultaneously requesting demolition of the existing house.
No.
Your intent is the existing house is to remain.
The existing house is to
The new
remain.
lot split will provide for the minimum setback from that house and
Correct.
still meet the minimum lot. frontage.
We are remodeling, as a matter of fact.
And your
So-
residence that you've been here before is on lot 8, the westernmost lot. So you want to subdivide, you want to keep the existing home, presumably sell it, etc., and then build your home on the empty lot, which is 8.
Who owns lot 6 now?
Original homeowner still owns it.
The previous owner, she did nothing with it, I think, I don't know.
Okay, so I wish you would have had the scale drawing here,
Okay,
because we could have voted on it. I mean, there's no, if you're not saying there's any encroachment of the existing structure into the 10-foot side setback, then as long as you meet the 75 feet minimum front, and the lots covered, the square footage of the lots, then we could have voted on it tonight.
they have,
Wish- yeah.
I don't have the line drawn there. What should I do?
So I think you've engaged a surveyor, you said in your letter, right? So they should be able to provide a survey document showing the proposed replatting with dimensions, and that would be the sort of more accurate drawing we would need.
I think I have one. 1 second. I think I have one from the past. It's not from the latest surveyor, but the idea is exactly that, right? Move 10 feet from the current structure to the west and get but I think I
Yeah,
have.
but it would just, and I don't know what you have on the drawing you have, but I think what we'd like to see is that line, that division, that dimension on a surveyor's plan, and the dimensions of the frontage on a surveyor's plan, and the square footage of the lots, the new lots on the surveyor's plan. So that we're having a third-party independent person say, the lot frontage is X or Y, the square footage is X or Y, the lot,
I'll check right now.
I think that's what you would.
And then, yeah, an actual survey with the dimensions showing the 10-foot setback of the existing house.
Exactly.
Um,
I mean, the setback, square footages, frontage on a survey by an independent surveyor.
yes,
We can do that for sure.
which it looks like you have all those. You're fine. It's just we need that.
Yeah, I
a
need-
document.
They need to draw a line in the current survey that they have and put the
Yeah.
the current survey.
And again, calculate the square, put on the drawing what the square footage of the lots are in the front, things that matter to us on a document by a surveyor.
Perfect.
Otherwise,
I don't see any other issue.
no, I mean, I know we had another applicant, right, that was doing a lot split, but in that applicant's case, the house sat right in the middle, right?
Yeah, the line went right through the middle of the house. So they had
To
to,
get that approval, he had to come back with a different scenario, right? He couldn't get demo permit without without the new build permit, which meant he had to get 2 new build permits, to demo the house. But again, your case is different. Your house won't be affected.
Of the current structure, and we are leaving everything as is and move the line 10 feet away from the existing structure. Yeah.
Of course.
yes, and you are, ma'am? Yeah, the lots in that sector, you have to have a minimum of 8,500 square feet.
Yeah, depending on where you are, you'd have to have a certain square footage of the lot and a certain frontage dimension facing the street.
Okay, so, all right, so, sir, I think you're good at we just need that doc, and if you can. And do me a favor, as we have them complete an application.
Okay.
And put it on the agenda as, not as a discussion, put it on as a building, as an agenda item. You're not the owner?
You are? Okay, so you need. Okay, so I need the ownership documents with the permit, with the building permit application. Yeah, everything, yeah, everything.
It'll be lot split. That'll be the title of the permit.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
The deadline is next week, Monday before 4 p.m. to be placed on the following.
And sorry, so your last name? Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you. All right, so. Thank you, sir. All right, you're Mrs. Dettori, right? Pantano,
Paint and tile.
Ian S.
Pantano, okay. All right, so we'll go to Mrs. Pantano. It's 11728 Northeast Sixth Avenue. This is for paint. Oh, okay. And that's for, oh, that's a tile that's actually going to be replaced. Okay. Oh, pretty.
Yes, you can speak into the mic, please.
Yeah, just go there. Okay, so you want to paint this, we're going to address the paint permit first. So this is a back front door awning stripe. What exactly are we?
Okay, exactly. Okay. In fact, I have a designer that we have done a few jobs together, and we were going to go with a kind of Greek kind of theme. But after further analyzing our options, we probably will keep very, very simple. We're not going to go fully blown with the blue, with this and that. What I would like is just the front door of the house, of the main house, will be the blue, a darker the blue that you see there.
So we have two here. We have a brilliant blue and Utah sky. One on top. Okay, so this is just for the door only. And it's the front and back door? Okay. Okay, any question on the board?
No, so it's a
So
blue,
it's just the
request for a blue door.
brilliant blue, not that they're asking for. Okay, you just have to have a permit for that. You bring in a permit and show that picture there, it'll probably be very fast. Yeah. You don't, I mean, if it's that, I could show it, you could show it to the other two board members. I'm just saying, I don't foresee it having a problem. Let's put it that way. I can't say yes. So you just have to do a permit to apply for it.
Yeah, that's nice.
So as far as the brilliant blue doors goes, can I get a motion?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, so the doors are okay in the brilliant blue. Not the Utah sky. Brilliant blue. And it's only the door, right? Not the trim?
No, that's too much.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're crossing that off.
thank you.
No, okay. Brilliant blue. Only, okay.
I'm starting to get too worried.
2065,
Too many colors.
30, okay. Okay, so we're good on that. Okay, so the next is going to be the same. Pantano, 11728 Northeast Sixth Avenue. This is for replacing tiles. Okay, and this is the tiles, very pretty.
Yes.
And
thank
let's
you.
look at where they're going.
House recently?
Yes,
Okay, because it hasn't updated yet.
I
in,
know.
yeah.
I'm so busy. It's
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
forever.
So
So this one is out. This tile is out.
They're out of stock. and
Okay,
it's
so we're gonna-
I don't know how long.
So we're gonna give you back that one, okay?
this is a floor tile on a porch or something, on a covered porch area? Yeah, steps.
Yeah, it's kind of a. So it's just the port, it's on the floor, basically, the porch and on the.
The floor, you see how here you have, you can't tell, but here in the floor, and here there's 3 steps when you come in the house. Oh, here, this is 3 steps.
Okay, beautiful, it's gonna be pretty.
Did we vote on the paint? I know there was a motion, but was there a vote?
Yeah, yes, I thought it said yes, okay.
Approved, okay.
All right, so I'll take a motion on the tile.
Motion to approve the tile?
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
So while you're here and you brought up the question, so that lot, your lot is 11,250 square feet. So you couldn't split that lot because there's no, the most you could make one of the lots is 5,500 and something square foot, which would meet the minimum.
Got it. So the minimum has to be the 8,000 that you want.
It depends on the zone, but I can tell you that there's no zone that 5,500 would work, so.
Perfect. That already helps me so much. Thank you.
All right, you're great. Thank you so much. You're all set.
Thank you.
I don't know what the-
No,
There's a
no,
formal
you need
permit.
the permit. For the paint, you can come in tomorrow. We'll print you the card. There's, for paint permits, there are no fee. The fees are waived. For the tile, it would have to go to our building official. She comes in only on Fridays, 9 to 1. Until you have the permit card in hand, no work is to be done, or our code, officers will cite you. Okay? You're welcome. Tomorrow you can come in and we'll give you the permit card and then you can start the work. There are no fees for paint. For the tile, our building official comes in on Friday morning between 9 and 1 to review. Once you review, it takes an additional 1 to 2 business days to be invoiced. So by next week, we'll call you for the payment and pick up the permit card. Okay?
Thank you. Have a good night. All right, so let's go back up to our agenda. We have the minutes from January 10th, 2022.
We had a lot of tabled, so not many people came back.
No.
That's only one, the Palo Wall.
Um,
Have the discussion on the turf again this evening.
yeah,
She didn't say anything to me.
so I'll take a motion.
Second motion to approve. minutes.
Okay. Manny, then Ed, all in favor, aye? Aye. Aye. The minutes are approved. I'll take a motion to excuse both Scarlett and David. They both were, they both gave notice that they weren't going to be here. Unfortunately, Scarlett's mother passed away. So that's why she had to, she's not here tonight. So my condolences to her.
Make a motion to excuse David and Scarlett.
Aye, aye. Okay, they're excused. All right, so the next will be building permit A, B Park 2 LLC demolition permit.
B Park, the house with the side entry that we had so many issues and the
Yeah.
site plan issues. Did you ever get all the site plan stuff worked out? Like the square footages and all the questions?
Oh yeah, whatever happened?
I mentioned it to him. He said he will bring it back with the driveway permit.
This is this property, right?
Yeah, I mean, I physically changed it and then signed it.
Yeah.
So,
It's going through review, but it's been denied by so far all. reviews. That is.
one demolition permit,
Yeah.
1015
temporary,
Northeast 114th Street. Okay, so this is the demolition permit. House, it's a shame, but you know. They do have the required building permit that, and they're about to apply for the required construction fence that we require.
And also
What's that?
and also they are coming in when they're.
The dumpster permit? So I got a motion for determination.
Motion to approve the demolition permit.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
And a motion to approve the temp construction fence.
Just give me a second, I'll read that in. Okay, same thing, B Park 2 LLC, 1015 Northeast on 14th Street. This is a temporary construction fence. Motion, let me just look at it really quick. Is there a, is there a height on it? I mean,
Just has like
long as we-
highlight of the survey.
we dictated a 6-foot construction fence with the necessary privacy on it. And it's also on the property, not on the swale, or the right of way.
Yeah, they at least are showing where on the last page of the application.
Yeah, I can see the red dotted line. Okay, so 6 foot max, which is, I think that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. I think that was Ed and Manny. Well, just with, as noted,
As amended, as noted.
it's really noted. 6 foot high. Out by the street. 6 feet with the privacy screen, mesh, or whatever you want to call it, privacy. It was Ed and Manny. Next will be building D Juva, 11625 Northeast 8th Avenue. Okay, this is for a gutters. Okay. Putting gutters on the front and the back of their house. They look like they're just regular aluminum. Select approvals here. I think they're fine. Any question? It doesn't say what the color is. We could stipulate white, but I,
Yeah, there's a page there that, you know, on all the specifications that you can select the color, but I never found it.
is there anything that anybody could see where the color's at? I mean, gutters are what are gonna be white. Hold on, look at the back thing here. The quote is here, but, oh, it's white, gutter color white. It says right there on the back, white.
Oh, okay. So it's just that it's not on the specification, but it's something you can select.
Yeah, here's the quote from Master Pro Gutters for white. Motion, please. Manny, then Ed.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, next will be Cook, 12015 Northeast 7th Avenue, windows and doors. The schedule, horizontal rollers with a French door, sliding door. Windows 1 through 6 look like the front, and they're all horizontal rollers with a white frame and clear glass. Nice and easy, hopefully.
Yeah, only question I have is, I just want to check the elevation because their window 1 is the garage. but I get, okay, it's like, it's a side window, the driveway's on the side of the house. Okay.
Yeah, if you look,
Yeah.
you see the picture of it? It's in the packet.
Yeah, I was gonna go back and scroll. Okay. But yeah, I found it online as well, and I realized why they have a garage window and then a door on the side of the house.
Yeah, the
Okay.
garage, it's a window on the side of the garage.
Yeah, yeah.
Motion, please. Favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, Dottori, Mrs. Dottori, not here, so we have to. We're gonna skip on that. For discussion. Buildings, discussion C, driveway color palette. So unless, I mean, we've already approved the colors that we, the palettes that we like. I mean, I guess we need to have a fan deck brought to us so we can actually pick colors. Is that the way I'm kind of reading it? They want us to pick exact colors. We need to have like a Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore fan deck, like we have for the pre-approved colors.
For the paint?
No, for the driveway paint.
Yeah, but I have one here.
But that's the main one for all the walls, right? So I'm think we should have a separate one just for the driveway. So I'm gonna table that again, and we need to get a Benjamin Moore, like our Sherwin-Williams or somebody.
Do you want the water palette?
I mean, it's just a matter of somebody stopping at one of those stores and getting a fan deck. And then, because what we did the last time is we took the fan deck and we pulled out all the colors that were not approved,
Mhm.
and we only left the ones that were approved, and then we marked.
And you
them
marked
up.
it, yeah.
So we pretty much have to do the same thing for this driveway. So we need to get a fan deck of paint colors for our next meeting. They want us to approve it.
How do you? I've never actually like seen what the building department has in terms of their established approved paint colors for the house, but like, for example, I've got a Williams fan deck and I've got a PPG deck. It's gonna have a very specific to-
Well, what they do is they just take the fan deck and they hold up.
Color match it.
They
It's a
hold up
paint
another
brand.
color and like, okay, it looks the same, so it's approved. And what we did is we took the fan deck, we pulled out like pinks, all those colors that we didn't want to approve. And then we basically blocked out the top darkest colors and left all of the lighter colors, like 2 rows all the way across.
But do you leave the like block out the name?
No, it doesn't have to be the name, it's just the color. So, and then it leaves it up to SB to.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm just curious.
Yeah. And then it doesn't have to be Benjamin Moore, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah,
Sherwin,
yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't have to be Bears. It's just a matter of just approving the colors. So I'm gonna write that we need color. Okay, so building discussion D, amending landlord permits. Okay, I have one thing here. Is this all in one?
Yes. No.
Well, I think the landlord permits is like
I sent.
pretty
it
much
to
nothing
you.
to it.
Oh, here.
That is something different. That was the ordinance that was passed.
Oh, this is the driveway permit ordinance? Okay, so we now have a new driveway ordinance, that I believe was all emailed to you and you now have a copy. So I'm asking everybody just to get familiar with it because we're gonna be now enforcing this is the new driveway ordinance from last week on when it was approved by the village commission. So thank you for bringing. I guess eventually it'll be codified and it'll be put in the actual codes and we can add it to the code book, but from now on, we have to do that. Okay, so amending landlord permits. All right. So you just want us to look at this?
Yeah, I don't know if we should, if I may suggest, review the other one, because this one, there's nothing to the landlord one other than now that they're creating this short-term rental one, the landlord one just like reflects the time period, so there's not really a lot of content.
Okay, so
The short-term rental.
You have it, Manny? So these are just permits, and I guess because it is in the land development code, they want us to look at it because we're in charge of the land development code. As far as the planning board. This is very village. I have no comment on it. And I'm talking about the landlord permit, first reading.
Oh, okay. The landlord permit, I have no comment on it.
Can I get a motion to move forward without comment?
Uh,
Manny and then Ed, all in favor say aye, aye.
Aye.
Okay, no comment. Okay, so we'll move that forward to the commission. All right, now, short-term rental ordinance, first reading. I don't know if, I spoke to the manager about it. I don't know if he added my comments. So this is the new Airbnb short-term rental ordinance that's coming up. My comments that I had for him, and I don't know, if he added it. The first one, my comments would be, we already have in our code that says that accessory structures cannot be habitable. So I thought that we would, to give our code officers the strength that they need, we reiterate it in the Airbnb code or the vacation short-term rental ordinance that accessory structures cannot be a place of abode. That's what the code says. So they can't convert their detached garage into a bedroom and rent it out as an Airbnb. So even though it does say it in our one side of our code, it's, I thought it would be smart to have it inside of this code. Any thoughts on that? Okay. And then make sure that, I mean, it should be covered, but my next comment was making sure that any improvements that they do must be permitted, which I'm not sure, again, if you put that in. I also feel that there should be something in the thing saying that the owner's representative is responsible for the removal and placement of all garbage cans. Because I've seen it happen with the one on my street where the garbage cans get put out by the people that are leaving that day, and it sits there for 3 or 4 days until nobody's responsible for bringing it in. And so under requirements for the space, or hold on, there's a thing that says who's responsible for that every vacation rental representative shall like under E, place and remove all garbage cans per village code or something like that. I think that I think the code officers would probably like that too, because it gives them some teeth on that too. And then my final comment was making sure that the occupancy standards that are being quoted are in line with the occupancy standards that we already have as a village, which is basically we reflect the county occupancy standards. I just want to make sure we're not like creating anything new. And that would be number 5, I believe it is, or here, yeah, it's the XX111D, everything under D. D. Yes. Because it says has a gross floor area of not less than 70 square feet when occupied by more than one occupant. I just want to make sure that that is all within our compatible with our existing code. So that's my my comments. Any comments, Manny?
thing that I really got into the fine. It says it's violation. It says it's subject to a fine in the amount of $1,000 for the first offense and $2,000 for the second consequence.
That is under
It's on page
appeals, notice,
116.
penalties and enforcement.
Yeah. And then right after that, it says, the fine of $5,000 should be imposed for the third and subsequent offense. And before it says for the 2,000 for the second and subsequent offenses. So it will be the second.
Yeah, so-
2,000, and but then after it says the fine of $5,000 should be imposed for the third.
So that word and subsequent offenses under 2,000, it should just say 2,000 for the second.
The second
Period.
and then 5,000 for the third. Yeah, even though I think that's, you know, this amount of money. Just reading the.
But I think what you pointed out there, it says it's 2,000 for the second offense,
Yeah, the second and.
Period.
Okay, yeah, period.
or comma, whatever. Just, do you see that, Ed? Are you agreeing on that?
Yeah, you're basically just saying that it should delete and subsequent offenses.
Yes, and subsequent. It should be for 2,000 for the second.
Well, I think the difference, no, there's a difference because the 5,000 applies if code enforcement board finds a violation to be irreparable or irreversible in nature. So that 5,000 is a higher punitive fee based on the type of violation.
But then it says a fine of 5,000 shall be imposed for the third.
Yeah, it should potentially mean if they want to have a 5,000 for an irreversible or irreparable fine, it should just say a fine of $5,000 shall be imposed if the code enforcement board finds violation to be irreparable, you know. So I think they're trying to say that if something is a more severe violation, the 5,000 will be imposed. But I agree, it's a bit confusing because they both say, you know, it says 5,000 for the third, regardless of how the significance or the so I do think that paragraph needs some cleaning up. Yeah.
And so there's and subsequent offenses and clean up. Okay. This is flash. Anything else, Manny? Just letting us know that it's still recording, so it's fine. All right, Ed, do you have any comment?
So I mean, I think you covered important points, especially about the representative being responsible for trash, or for trash bin removal. The only other thing that I would remove is in section XX.1.5, application for vacation rental license, paragraph B, item 6.
XX 1.5E.
No, XX 1.5, application for vacation rental license.
Yes.
And then section B as in boy.
B, okay.
Yeah, and then number 6, where it says a building sketch may be hand drawn. You know, normally for certain types of permits, I'm fine with that, right? I don't like creating a high threshold for a resident that wants to do something simple. But, you know, if the resident is making profit off of their property, I think they can get a formally drafted sketch by an architect or a surveyor or someone.
Or even just somebody that knows SketchUp or.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, you can just imagine the kind of nonsense you're gonna get with a bunch of hand sketches of a home floor plan, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be like,
And again, I think if you're making revenue on your property, we can ask you that you hire someone to draft a floor plan for you. And pay, you know, some sort of fee for that, so.
I agree. Any okay with that?
It's says here, the drawn scale.
Yeah, but it allows hand sketch, which I just think is a recipe for disaster.
Okay.
I don't know if we should say have an under section XX.1.11.
.11, okay.
Part D. Same section you were referring to about making sure we don't, contradict our existing occupancy rules. On part or item 3, have a window. I don't know if it should be have an operable window. I don't know what the purpose of the window is, if it's just for daylight, but usually it's for ventilation or emergency egress.
So you're at your XX 1.11.
XX 1.11 standards and requirements for vacation rentals. Part D,
D.
Part D, item 2 dot lowercase III. It says have a window.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the intent of the requirement of the window is, but you know, usually it's for life safety egress.
Renting out closets and or something along those lines.
So I don't know if we want to say have an operable window, because really the issue is there about life safety egress, getting out of, you know, a fire in a house that you're unfamiliar with. And so you usually have a window that's operable.
Okay, so it should be operable window.
You know, I would recommend that we specify operable window.
Manny?
I mean, I think that's a building code item, right? Like a single family home, for a room to be called a bedroom, it needs an operable window.
Yeah.
So if we want to, you know, make sure these are proper bedrooms that are being used, that aligns with the existing building code. And then the other thing is, personally, I think $1,000 is a bit steep for a first offense, especially because it could be a completely unintended minor, you know. I like them ramping up in, you know, significantly at the second and third, because now you've been put on notice. But I feel like $1,000 for a first fine is a bit much personally.
The revenue.
I mean, I think they're trying to. I think
No,
in general with this entire.
I think one of the issues with the vacation rentals is we actually have corporations buying houses in Biscayne Park for the sole purpose of vacation rentals.
Yeah.
And $1,000 to a corporation is not a lot.
It's true, but
It's
you have also people who just own their home, have an extra bedroom, and want to make a little spare, you know, income. And probably if they're doing that, in my opinion, they need it, because no one, you know, who wants strangers in their home, right? So, again, that's why I feel like if it's a repeated thing with a corporation who's an absentee landlord, don't worry, they're going to get their fines posed pretty quickly and pretty steeply. But I just think the average person in the first offense is a bit much. I mean, in general, this ordinance is creating, you know, a very onerous bar to even have a short-term rental at this point. So, which is the intent, I'm sure.
So we should just put 1,000. Question whether this is too high.
For a first offense, I'm fine with a third being 5,000. You know, at that point, you need to learn your lesson. But
Also, you want to try to attract your house to get a permit. Do it on the side. They're going to be afraid of you going on right now. can't pay $1,000.
Yeah.
People on the air. The obligation.
Well, this is letting them know. I mean, I mean, I can see where the first offense is 1,000, but I also believe that it needs to escalate from there.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I think it should have teeth and quickly escalate, but.
Yeah. So, hi, just a second, please. So I'll put question too high for first offense.
Yeah, I think so.
And then, yeah.
The need for a landline seems initially as kind of quirky requirement, but I guess it's a safety issue. Someone needs to.
It's a dial 911.
There references, you know, being able to call. I think every person on the face of the earth.
Yeah, but I mean, in that case of emergency.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to, you know, be running down the street screaming, call 911, you know. Makes sense. Any other comment? Many?
No, not for me.
Okay, we're all good with all our comments. Okay. So all in favor, say aye. 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 Good. Okay. So I'll type something up and I'll send it to USB. Make this. Okay. Hi, how are you tonight? You're, I'm sorry? Oh, you're Mrs. Dottori, 11600 Northeast 11th. How are you for pergola? Okay, so what would you like to discuss? Can you just
Speak
come up
into the
to
mic.
microphone, please? Actually. Yeah. Yeah.
This is an existing pergola that you were studying for, or you want to do a pergola, but you don't have room for it? Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so this is an existing one. Gotcha.
This is the one we actually worked with you and we said, you know, bring the post back and you can actually do some overhanging. Okay. Because you actually have a permit that we gave you, but with the conditions of the pole has to meet the 10-foot setback. And then you can cantilever out, would you like? I mean, the back setback is 10 feet, the side setbacks are 10 feet. I mean, you're on a corner, so you have that 30 on the one side. But I mean, to answer your question, no, unless you want to get a variance, which is your right to get a variance. The thing is that the question is going to come up, where else on your property can you have a pergola? You have to prove a hardship that you have to have it in that back area and you have to be able to say, okay, this is the only place that I can have a pergola, you know, which I believe you're not. I mean, you have the side and such. So you have to prove the 4 points. And the first one is that you have to get over is that there's special circumstances that says the pergola must be here and it must be in this back setback. Yeah. I think we approved the pool, didn't we? Maybe it was one of
Who got
the,
approved, yeah.
one of the trades, actually.
Yeah, maybe your building permit is getting.
Building permit,
you know,
like the
after a
plumbing or electric or something like that, but
I think it was denied by structural.
You know, the chairman is trying to be very, very diplomatic with you. I'll be more blunt. I don't think the commission, because we don't approve variances, the commissioners. And with the experience I've seen of their reviews of variances, I think there's zero chance they would approve it. It's just a very, very high threshold, and it's a real hardship. At a pergola, they're just gonna say you don't need a pergola. Like, it's not a critical element to enjoy your property, right? You can, a pool, they're usually willing to look at a pool as something that the average homeowner would really like to have, and they'll work with you. But I just think, you know, and again, we don't decide, they do. But if you're looking for what's your, you know, handicap on that, I think there's pretty much zero chance they would approve.
you're welcome. So good luck on the pool. Okay. You're welcome. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right. Okay, so I think we've covered our agenda. Anything else tonight? Our next meeting is going to be February, weeks from today. So that would be February 7th. All right, next meetings will be, right? Speaking?
Yes.
2/7 and 2/21.
221 is
Or
president.
that's President's Day, so then 2/20. All right, everybody good with that?
Yes.
Any discussion from the board, anything? Covered it? All right, motion to adjourn, please.
Second.
Okay, we're adjourned at 7:54. Please turn off your microphones.